me everyone.
You mean everyone?
Everyone! Yes. I don't get it.
Get away from her, you bitch!
You're gonna need a bigger boat. You're in charge.
Wait. Am I? What's going on?
You're in charge. I'll just put myself out there.
Hi. Oh, hello, everybody. Oh my God. I don't know what's
We
going
are.
on. Okay. We're something. We got technical difficulties. That's what we got.
We are a mess today. God.
We thought we'd given ourselves some time. Sorry, this is the first time we've had kind of these technical difficulties, but we're figuring it out along the way because that's just what we do.
I know.
I guess.
So, well, we're just going to jump right into it. It's Tuesday, almost to hump day, and I took off
I
a
already
week.
did that.
Ugh. You were off today or yesterday?
No, I said I already did that. Hump day.
Oh, hump day. Oh, nice. Good for you. Well, it was I had to take a week off, and I've been trying to do the show at least every week, but I had a business trip. I had to go to Dallas.
What for?
That was fun. It was a work conference, big boy stuff.
Yeah. Did you make a lot of big move, shake them, break them, make them, whatever deals?
Oh yeah, I made some deals. Don't worry about it. I made some deals.
Good for you. You're a big wig.
But I got to see where JFK got shot.
Oh, I've been there. We're so bad. Honestly, we're standing there, and I decided to go up with grassy knoll, and I pretend to be a shooter while my friend stood in the street.
That's so pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
We were young.
So just a heads up, there was a long slideshow that I've created, but it's not uploading. So I'm going to be working on that, installing. But we do have things to talk about before we get to that. But first of all, how's your week going?
Not too bad. So obviously it just started. I was super sick, but I did get to go to Epic Universe last week, a new theme park in the area, and had a great time. But I had a stomach bug, and I was pissed. I don't know if everybody realizes, although we're in Florida, they take roller coasters down for cold weather. So I was really upset because their major coaster, we went to ride it, and they were like, closed for cold weather. And I said, that's a thing. I was very mad. Never could ride it. The one ride in the entire park we didn't ride. So very upset.
What's that? Stardust Racers?
Yeah, that's the one. So that
is the best coaster.
Yeah, it was great. We really enjoyed the other attractions for sure, but we stayed there. It was so good. We got beers. We sat and listened to a band. It was nice. It was freezing, but we loved it. So,
but that was
a
great coaster to ride during the day and at night equally.
Well, that was the thing. We kind of wanted to do it at night. We had their express passy thing, so we were like, oh, we'll ride that there. So we ran over to the Wolfman coaster because we didn't want them to break down, and they actually took it down about an hour and a half later. So that was good. We got there.
That's cool. Let's see. We got Gady's Toys in the chat. Hi, Gady's Toys.
Hello. It's nice of you to join. I'm so glad your new setup takes this live over to my channel. Just, maybe some folks want to hear us talk about whatever it is we're talking about. I wrote it in my description what we were doing. I said we were going to get happy.
Yeah. Getting happy. Retro happy. Anthony, let's go.
Hey. Hello, everybody. I'm still trying to do our backup system right now.
Me too. I am sending this stupid, what's it called? PowerPoint everywhere to see if it'll pull up.
Oh,
So
we're trying hard, guys, but we got plenty. We've got obviously our pickups. I've got 3. I actually got 3. I don't know if you realized I sent you 2 late because 2 things were at my door today, and I was very excited. And I think Gaiety Toys will love my first one or second one,
before
wherever it
you
is.
do that, we always have to start our pickups with the same
Of
thing.
course.
So,
Behold my stuff.
ooh,
Okay, hi, we're there. Good evening.
I'm gonna make you
Hello.
big while I try to figure this out.
So what, you want me to start?
You're gonna go, and I'm gonna try to
Okay.
figure this out.
Okay, you do that. Hi, everybody. So good to see you all. I obviously huge Masters of the Universe fan, and I have been very like on the fence about the cartoon collection because I wasn't interested in that as much as I was interested in the vintage Motu Origins. So, I forgot to get this other guy. Hold on, let me grab him. Of course, he's the big guy that I got. Oh, there goes Triclops. So I couldn't believe this because after getting Dragster just a few weeks back, I was shocked that Mattel Creations came out with Blast Attack. Now, this action figure came out in 1987 in the original line, which is kind of past my toy collecting. But since I'm such a huge Masters fan, I just want to finish the whole thing. So Blast Attack here wasn't something I picked up as a kid, of course, but I saw him in the line. Crazy. Never made it into any of the animated stuff, but he's such a wacko-ass character. Cyborg, once human-esque. Anyway, here's the thing. He comes with this pump in the back, and then I'm going to try and hold him. You just so Blast Attack was an evil warrior. I think he worked for the Snake Men, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, you push it real hard, and he busts in half. And I love his innards; they're red, so it kind of gives you that gory, bloody thing. Anyway, Blast Attack was the newest Motu Origins character that came out. Action figure. He's an entire new mold.
I bust in half when you push me.
What are you talking to me? What's going on?
I said I bust in half when you push me.
I'll push you. I'll push your buttons, and then you'll bust in half. So this guy is all new mold. It's great because he doesn't share any parts, which means they still have a budget, to make some other guys. Like we're still waiting for Too Bad. I keep saying that every time, but this guy's crazy looking, weird. I do love this Blast Attack thing. The thing is, he would go into battle, blast apart like a human grenade, a little kamikaze. So that's my first pickup that I got on Mattel Creations. So he had to be one of those. You had to make sure you got there in time to buy it. I don't think they ran out, though. I don't think they did.
80s Toy said, had Blast Attack, would get split in 2 and then fall over. Relatable.
Relatable. Yeah. Well. I love that you had Blast Attack, though, would get split in 2 and then fall. There he is. Oh, my God. You got it going?
So annoying.
Congratulations. And I'm glad I started with Blast Attack. So what you're looking at there is, I think, the new version. That's his original card back. I loved card back art. I'm such a huge fan. That was kind of what sold me a lot of times. But I'd go in the stores even after I'd stopped getting toys, and I'd look and go, "Oh, I love this character. Look, what the hell? He blasts apart. What a great idea!" I mean, whatever. I was, young. So, and there's some little artwork for him. So, new one. There's only a few more to get in that line. But I don't know. What do you have? What do you have next on mine?
I have.
So you put them all together. No big deal. Let's stick with the Motu Origins. Here we go. Queen Marlena. Everyone who has seen the new trailer for the film sees Queen Marlena actually in a very similar dress in a green, but she has kind of long blonde hair in the trailer, but no big deal. I'm not one of those who's like, oh my God, she's got red hair. I'm going to cry. I'm not that way. So Queen Marlena is in the movie. It's awesome. Now, this Origins character is a cartoon collection. And I said, I wasn't a big fan of these guys because I liked the original action figures first before I started watching the cartoon about a year before. But they didn't make a Marlena figure at the time. And since they did now, and I got myself a Randor, there he is. Boop, boop. So I got Marlena. Now she comes with a space helmet because as we've talked about, she's from Earth and she was an astronaut, but I just opened her and I haven't looked how to put it on because I think I have to take her head off. But if I take her head off, oh, it's her hair that comes off. Got it. I should have looked into this a little further. So now I stick on her space helmet and I think you still whisk off her, hold on. This is exciting. You whisk off her dress and she's in her space outfit. So, I mean, it's a pretty styling 70s type spacesuit. It's not the white one she came out in the animated series, but here we go. Queen Marlena, kind of representing her spacesuit outfit, or you can put on her queen hair and crown, and yeah, she'll look fancy schmancy again, or she can go out dancing, whatever you like to do. But Queen Marlena was a cartoon collection that came out, I don't know, just probably a couple months ago, but I picked her up. Glad I got her. She will go up on the shelf and she fits right in. So that is my second pickup. And you're looking at my third. So I went for the Transformers Wind Charger, which you see in the middle. That is his Marvel comic from 1984. That is his Marvel comic look, which is the same look they used in the cartoon. And so I did probably have him originally in 84, but I don't have any of my original characters but one. However, a few years ago, they came up. You can see on the right, that's his original action figure. Doesn't look a lot like the cartoon. I liked him better with faces anyway. But so you can see how very simplistic they were at the time, but that's what their animation was. So I did get a version a few years back. I'm holding it right here. This is Wind Charger, an updated version of him, which is fine and dandy. But when they come out with the studio series, which they just recently did, the studio series, as I've said on the show before, it's bigger, it's better, it's more badass. And including badass is it comes with a little blast particle for his chest where he's killed in the 1986 Transformers the animated movie. So we got a little blast there, like, I'm dead. So he comes with a blast effect, which I love, and he's going to replace my other little guy. And this is my 3 pickups for the week. What do you think?
Wow, you actually had pickups for the week. That's nice.
I usually have 1 nowadays, but sometimes none. But this was 3. This was pretty good.
Does Princess Marlena or Queen Marlena?
Yeah.
Does she
Queen
come
Marlena.
Does she come with Shrek?
No, but I'm sure she could fit right in with that whole story. So if you need someone to step in for Fiona, yeah, Queen Marlena is your gal. Maybe did Fiona have long blonde hair or long red hair?
It looked exactly like Marlena,
except for she had a ponytail, right?
She had long, yeah, she had a ponytail.
So yeah, it's pretty damn close there. Maybe I need maybe you could. Do you have a Shrek toy?
I don't.
Because you could have got a Marlena. But you're right. You know what though? Marlena was first, so she's the OG.
So Fiona looks like Marlena.
That's what I'm saying. Marlena's the OG.
All right. I'm happy I got the slideshow going. Finally.
Me too. Thank you for doing that because that's called doing it right, Vic. So come on, make it Mac time. We're getting there. So yeah, what about you?
You inspired me, and it took me a while to find it, but I said I would only get it if I found it in stores.
Okay.
So I got
Can you hear me? Oh, nice. He's so great. He's so good.
That's
a good figure. I brought this up before, and it's an odd topic, I suppose, but the crotch piece is newer and I like it. So if you look at other guys, they have real gaps. All of them, the girls, they have a gap. This is made really, really smooth. So I think they upped the game there with that. See that? Looks like he's not even splitting his pants. It's a wetsuit.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
He is fantastic.
It all depends.
I probably got my last DC McFarlane figure because there's really no one else I want, but I've been waiting for a classic Flash.
Oh, he looks beautiful.
Got him. There was a line in the 90s called Total Justice, and this is when the figure started getting a little more bulkier,
I was gonna say he's got muscular.
Yeah, but before that, really the only Flash figure was from the Superpowers. So when Total Justice came out, they made them like definitely cooler, and I'm really only replacing those with the McFarlane version. So that line's sunsetting, and this is probably going to be the last one that I get. So
how many of those do you have? How many from that line do you have?
From DC McFarlane?
Yeah.
I have all of the 90s movie stuff, and then I have a pretty good collection of comic book Batman and Rogue villains. And then I have all of the Total Justice repurchases, like you're doing with your Transformers. I do that.
Getting them in a better look, or
And then I said I was on a business trip,
But you
and
weren't.
huh?
You lie, but you lied.
No. I was on a business trip, and we were like the host of the party, so I couldn't get too litty titty. But on the first night, I did have a little to drink, and when I went back to my hotel room, and I was sitting there alone in my thoughts. I just started going on eBay, and it's always dangerous when after you've had a few drinks.
Drinks and eBay.
But I bought a pretty cool piece of toy history, I think, and
Okay,
now
I'm excited for this.
it is in my possession. Are you familiar with Super Soaker?
But yeah, of course. It's been around for a while. The
But
Super Soaker?
did you know that Super Soaker made an action figure?
I can't
This
say that I recall this.
this is Super Soaker Man, and
Wow,
it
what
is
an original name.
the only Super Soaker action figure. I paid $95. But look how awesome
Wow.
the artwork is. It's just that super 90s,
Yeah,
has that
it's
cool like digiprint design. He shoots water over 20 feet, which is pretty
out of
cool.
just his gun, or is that does it only come out of his pistol? Or
You fill his body with water,
okay.
and then his blaster comes up, which looks like a little super soaker.
Yeah.
The only problem is, which was not in the description, his head is like the twist where you put the water in. The head is
Yeah.
broken, so I'm gonna have to glue that. I'm
So
gonna
you won't be able to fill it with water.
No, I will. I'll put some Gorilla Glue on it. But this is, to me, this is a major part of 90s toy history. So just super cool. Look at the box art on the back. It doesn't advertise any other figures. It just advertises other
guns.
Super Soaker figures. So that's the one that we had, the Super Soaker 50. I
Yeah.
think that was the first one. Do you have any affinity to Super Soaker? Was that something? I know you were
No,
probably a
I
little
think
older.
probably I really we had a lot of Nerf growing up, from the very early sports into their pistols, or whatever you want to call them, their shooters. And yeah, we loved water guns, but I'm from an era of just getting cheap water guns at the register, clear. Sometimes there'd be a cool shaped one, but not Super Soakers. I was probably getting too old, and they were cool. You get them for gifts a lot of time to people, but I do like the artwork on that, because it has that spiky haired kid and he's like so excited, like yay! And he's got the actual photo of them, and the coloring is perfectly for the time.
One more time. I just think.
When did he come out?
Cool. Ooh, this came out in 1991.
Everybody in the chat, would you spend $99 for a 1991 Super Soaker action figure? I mean, it is the only one.
Or tell me which stupid purchases you've made recently that you kind of not regretted, but you definitely thought I shouldn't have spent this money. Gady's Toy says wetsuit has the high waist, 90s long butt pants. 90s
He did,
long
and I thought that was funny. I still think his crotch looks great.
that is the first thing I noticed, his crotch. That was like,
yeah. He's got mom pants on. I don't know.
Can't wait to see what Mattel does with DC and Super 7 with Visionaries.
Okay. I'm excited for Visionaries, but Super 7 is one of those, like, okay, I
hold out for Joker. Oh yeah, there are probably 2 DC figures that I want. They're definitely doing a Jack Nicholson Joker. But I would love to see if they do Bob the Goon. Bob the Goon.
I mean, I think he did. They made an original one, so
Mike Nichols says no. I wonder if that's because his head's broken. Yeah, this guy's head's broken. I messaged the seller. They have ghosted me since. So, I would sell organs for the vintage Bucky O'Hare.
Wow.
I mentioned Bucky O'Hare in a previous episode that I just did. So let me talk about that for a second. So, Victor's channel, I think, is doing really well, and mine, I would say, was on life support in 2025. And I've been talking to Victor for a while now about this, of kind of transitioning the channel from toy reviews and dioramas, and then I switched more to this just video essay of just talking about things that I like that I don't see a lot of other people talking about. And I think I'm happy to say I don't think my channel's on life support anymore. It's blowing up. So.
Your first one of 90s play sets were so good, and you did a great job. It had a lot of wide view, so congrats. I think you picked some, you found something that might fit you and your personality too.
Yeah, so I think I guess the message there is if you're thinking of quitting, try something different, and you never know. So I'm only 3 videos into the new format. It could completely stop at any point, but
Right.
3 videos in, I have momentum, and I'm pretty excited about it. So don't quit, whoever you are.
Yeah,
I need to do that.
it's hard sometimes because algorithms are so crazy. I put 2 things out and they were awesome right from the get-go, and then they plateaued immediately at the same time each week. And I said, what the hell's going on? So that bothered me. That
Yeah,
bothers me.
algorithm's a weird thing, but we got lots of toy news. I did take 2 weeks off, and luckily not much has come out, but there's been at least a lot of just news that all came out within the last 2 days. So we're going to get into it. I think we hashed some of this out last time, but we got some better pictures of it now. I kind of want to get your thoughts. This might be the first He-Man figure that I buy.
Okay, so we are looking at the Chronicles, and I think you probably know the difference now. You've probably seen the 2. So Chronicles seems to be much more of the collector, the much more detailed, the much more accessories. I like them. In my video I did about it, I wasn't sure. Like Evelyn's head sculpt, even Man at Arms head sculpt, I wasn't a huge fan. But I have to say, I really like the detail when I see close-ups of He-Man. He looks good. And I do like their designs overall. I like the quality it looks. So I'm excited for these. When I saw the other ones, not too sure.
Yeah, but no, I might pick up this He-Man and at least a He-Man and a Skeletor.
Yeah, me too. And Battle Cat, I might, just because he's cool.
Oh well, yeah, I probably gotta get.
Tila comes with 2 heads, and I'm excited because I don't love that she's having this hair down thing. I always want Tila to have like a hair up thing, but she comes with 2 heads, one with her hair up on a crown. And for that, I might get her.
He-Man's blowout is incredible.
Farrah Fawcett He-Man is my name for this guy. He has got Charlie's Angels wings, but he's rocking it just like that Olympic ice skater. He's got some of the same thing going on. But yeah, I'm liking these. I'm gonna get at least a few of them.
I kind of have a half blowout on one side of my head.
You didn't do the other side. You don't have any hair on the other side.
No, I buzz my whole head except for the top, and I keep the top long. Someone in my comments the other day said
how 90s of you.
No, they said, "Oh, I didn't know Skrillex talks about toys."
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
I don't think I look anything like Skrillex.
Yeah, but I think you have a hairstyle that kind of makes me feel like it's a few years back. I don't know, somewhere around Friends.
Greetings and hello there, Quentin.
Hello, Quentin.
All right, so I'm excited for these. Again, I don't own any Motu, but this I like to get things to commemorate. So I might need a He-Man and Skeletor, maybe a Battle Cat. Who knows?
You know what? With all the naysayers, I don't care. This movie's going to do pretty well, at least out the gate. I wish you had the Tila picture though.
I didn't want to inundate it since we talked.
No, you're
about
right.
it,
Okay,
but
these are the Chronicles. I'll probably do Chronicles. The other ones look a little Origin like, which I love, but I didn't like their look. They're less posable. They look a little too cartoonish. I didn't want those.
Really, I've heard some criticism that these are like what the MCU figures are to Marvel Legends, because the comic book figures are very bright, and then the Marvel Legend MCU figures are very toned down and not as cartoonish.
No, that's what I'm saying. These are the other versions of the He-Man action figures. I don't like as much. They're too cartoonish for the movie. Like, I'm all good with my old ones, but when it comes to a live action film, I kind of like this in depth. It has a lot more depth and tone to it.
All right. Do you have any idea what this is?
Okay, this is the first. No, 0. I'm gonna say K-pop Demon Hunter only because it's the only thing I can think that's going on in this world. But what is it?
It is K-pop Demon Hunter. I don't know anything about it either.
Because I know they're popular, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know anyone in this. The purple hair's familiar on that one girl.
How about that? I have recently subbed that to both of you. Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. We are just 2 wild and crazy guys.
When we get together, this is not as wild as.
So I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I hear it's amazing. I hear the music and animation's cool. I
Sure.
only I like that these are just like civilian bodies. Mostly. Mostly.
Yeah.
Do you know which one I really want?
Okay. Is it a female?
No.
Okay. I'm guessing the ones on the right are male. Well, I don't know. They look
Maybe.
like Gem on the far end. I think that's Synergy.
Could be.
Okay. Of course. My God, you want the one in the Hawaiian shirt.
I want the one in the Hawaiian shirt.
I knew it took me a minute to get like through this. These guys do nothing for me. At work the other day, I walked up to a girl I need to do some business with. She had to turn on her headphones. She's watching this and she's like, I'm obsessed. I'm like, oh, all right.
Why is she watching a show at work?
She can watch. With her job, she can watch and have one earphone in while she does her work.
Do you guys not have enough work to do?
She has to do the work. She needs something to get through it. All she does is write all day. She does documents. It's boring. So she watches this. It's very popular.
I need the one with the Hawaiian shirt to go with my Chuckles. I keep finding figures with Hawaiian clothes, and I keep making this Hawaiian shirt team. So Chuckles will get a friend eventually from K-pop.
Seems like many people knew you wanted the Hawaiian shirt, which it took me a minute to look at everybody. I was kind of thrown off by their look. They all are in those stovepipe thin ass pants because nobody's built like me.
That's the anime animation. Those are some super cool figs. Royal Roosters Collectibles. Thank you. Katie's toys of the year. Every kid, parent, and secret K-pop fan is going to go nuts. I don't want to be a secret K-pop fan. I want to actually watch them.
So you don't want to be secret. You want to be out there, out of the closet of K-pop.
I want to know what all the hype's about.
And I do not. So this is great. This is one of those times where I look and say, none of this even looks fascinating. Like their designs, nothing.
Hawaiian shirt guy is your twin. Oh, I just need some red hair. Maybe some red hair. All right, baby.
Oh my God. It's when Zartan went bonkers.
So we've had a whole stream talking about why Ninja Force is awesome for me and why you think it sucks. But you know, this is someone leaked this, and I was going to give them credit for it, and but it's like, do you give credit to someone that stole this picture from a factory?
I generally don't give anyone credit, so
I don't know. But anyway, I love it. I think the figure looks awesome. He looks just like the original. The only thing, which is it's a stupid nitpick, but I wish it would have came in a retro card to see that bright artwork.
Yeah, I know you would, and that would make this actually pop a lot, having saturated purple, right?
Yeah. So, but the figure looks.
I have to admit that. So the figures back then, obviously, there's such an upgrade now. They look so good that when I look, if I didn't know this was even Zartan, I'd feel like it was a Street Fighter. I'd feel like it was kind of a, just kind of that 90s an action figure. Who knows who it is? He looks really good. I do like the makeup on the eyes. Very metal punk kind of look. So you're not on. I am. So why don't you turn yourself there? There it is. Yeah, there's the purple, very fuchsia.
But just awesome artwork. I wish they would have gone the full car back, but the fact that we're getting this figure and it's almost like for like in detail, 6-inch version, just so awesome. So
would you have liked to pop your weapons out of the plastic?
I would, but look at that. I mean, they still had the file cards.
They did that for a long time. I miss file cards.
I forgot who we're getting next, but we are getting another Ninja Force character, but I really want Bonsai. I love his pants.
You're excited, man. They're starting to go into these later ones, and you're now like, I'm full on in.
Hell yeah. But I think I forgot to put him on. There was the eel version 2. He looks pretty cool. But I probably won't get him. Wetsuit's the only scuba guy I have.
Okay, I have both. I have both of the Joe's scuba guys.
After the movie, I dropped off Joe, but God, I love Neon. Thank you. Victor doesn't like it. Victor,
I don't, but that's all right. I mean, Gady's a little younger than me anyway, but yeah, I stopped at the movie. I stopped before the movie.
Where are the Gem and the hologram figures or Beverly Hills Teens figures? So Victor and I probably both want Gem and the hologram figures for different reasons.
But I agree with you that they should be done just like G.I. Joe Classified.
See, I keep grabbing stuff off the shelf. I'm gonna knock things down.
I really think that there is that the Loyal Subjects made, right? They made the gem doll that came out last year. She looks great. She has kind of a small head, but other than that, she looks pretty beautiful. They're not making many more. They made some others, but they're not going full steam ahead. I think that G.I. Joe Classified, because they're the same brand here, Hasbro, they could make Gem and the whole band, both bands, all three bands, if you bring the Stingers in, and they could make them like G.I. Joe, and they keep it going. They keep money coming in.
Who's my favorite Marvel character, Victor?
Hold on, I gotta remember her name. Don't just hold on. Good Lord, it's not Glitter. What's her name? Disco Girl. Yes, I can never remember her name. She's wonderful, and look at that blowout, right?
Dazzler.
Dazzler.
I never watched Gem, but if Gem figures came out, they would have to be in Dazzler's band. So
Dazzler could be a guest.
No. She's the lead. She's the lead singer. Well, maybe her and Gem can team up, but
I think they'd have to be mortal enemies because
my favorite Marvel legend.
I know you love Dazzler, and she does have that kind of look and feel too, which I think is wonderful. But I agree. I think you got that. What you got those G.I. Joe, the Slytherin? No, that's what Harry Potter.
Yeah, and there was Gem artwork on the box.
Yeah, so. Gem artwork's on that box, and I thought that was pretty fascinating nod. Obviously, Hasbro owns them, but they really need to come out like Zorana and Lady J and CoverGirl. Put out the band.
Yeah, but who made them? Was it Loyal Subjects? They're making the dolls.
They made the dolls again, which she looked great, but I don't think they're gonna be running wild off the shelf.
Now, pardon my ignorance. Who are the Beverly Hills Teens?
So that's interesting because I was going to say, hold off, let's hit that. So I remember watching this cartoon much after me buying toys, but I still would watch cartoons, especially when I came home from school. I would watch Beverly Hills Teen. It had one of the catchiest theme songs on the planet.
The animated show?
It was an animated cartoon after school, Beverly Hills Teens. You would love the design of some of the characters, especially the rock star girl and guy. Yeah, the Beverly Hills Teens. I don't think they made. I don't know. Someone correct me. Did they ever make a toy of Beverly Hills Teens? Either way, it was a fun cartoon, but it was kind of wacko.
K-pop Demon Hunter Super Bowl halftime 2027. Bet on it. Honestly, it all depends on who is the top streamed in the world. So, just saying. I have that Zartan, the original one. Yeah, I love it. My cousin picked that up for me on card, and I've been eagerly waiting for Classified to make it. No, I'm never going to open that one.
Wow.
But I've been waiting for the Classified version.
I can't do that. I have to touch it.
Still dying for regular Gem action. Say, I don't know. Stop making the dolls. Stop it.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, you can buy two, one to play with and the other to keep in the pack. Yes, we know.
We can, but I have a hard time with that. I don't like to keep things in the package. I like to release my package. So
you want to read that one?
I already read it in live, but yes, I said he was younger than me. It's tough being this young and tight. Why, yes, isn't it though? So much attention.
Love Zartan, but we'll pass on this one. The original came out well after I stopped collecting and playing with Joe's. Doesn't hit the nostalgia vibe.
Royal Rooster, you're with me on that, I think.
I know, and I know you have very finite collecting.
I do. And I like that about me. I'm finite. I do not go at drunk on eBay. Well, I have done that.
Which is fine, but like, let's say you didn't like that. We talked about this. If you didn't like that design for Zartan, this could still be just a random punk in the background, right?
But I wouldn't have that because I have no connection. Remember, I have to have an emotional connection to these characters. The nostalgia vibe wouldn't be there, just like Rooster said. If I don't have a vibe for you, I'm like, I don't want to collect you.
I know. Zartan I have is the original vintage figure, the color changing one. That's cool.
Oh, I know.
Didn't he come with the Swamp Skier, which is also coming out with another figure?
The original came out with the Swamp Skier, yeah.
Now, okay.
Which was a piece of trash, really. It really was shit.
Will you get the Swamp Skier, even though it comes with a figure you don't want, to put your classic design Zartan on the Swamp Skier?
Who's it coming with?
It's a newer Dreadnought. I forgot her name, but she's in the comics. I think she's supposed to be someone's daughter.
Maybe. And the reason is I would want the Swamp Skier for him to be on. Yes, because it kind of was how the original action figure came out. But also I like to bolster females in the group.
All right. I just heard that Mattel is taking over the Playmates TMNT line. If true, I'm okay with that. We might talk about that. Maybe.
You better move on from Zartan. You've been like hovering on this guy for so long.
Zanya, green hair punk chick. Yeah, I think she looks cool.
Gades knows all the girls. So
I put this guy on here. Were you a fan of Cobra Law?
no, because that would have been movie, I think, movie timeline.
Yeah, I only have Pythona. I don't have the big guy with the wings, so I'm not going all in on this. It's an army builder, but I don't need it. It looks like it takes up a lot of space.
Is excellent. It really is.
Yeah, it just looks like it takes up a lot of space. So I'm probably gonna have to. This is the year of picking and choosing.
Until he's drunk on online, everybody.
All right, I'm going to move this half of the toy news along, but these are where the major announcements came in. Hasbro announced Harry Potter, which there has not been a great Harry Potter toy line, at least in adult collector form.
No, its presence has sucked.
I would say Lord of the Rings, even though, I mean, the Toy Biz line back in the day was good for the time. Diamond Select, even though they're gone now, they were starting to do good stuff, but no Harry Potter, no good Lord of the Rings. So I'd be interested, but I think this is going to be characters from the newer show, which is kind of a big gamble. Like if people don't like the show, like people might still just say like those characters, those actors are the only ones that can ever play those characters. But never know.
Well, you're right about that. Real quick, when you take something and make toys of them from a streaming series, no matter how popular it is, it doesn't have international success, which is what sometimes toy lines need, unless they're originals made up. So Harry Potter, if they just do this, I think it is a big gamble.
Which I think if they would have done Stranger Things right, that could have been the difference. But they kept giving Stranger Things to random toy companies that were not doing a good job with them.
Well, just look what Motu did. They did Hordak with Vecna or something, Skeletor with, and he was like, okay, that's strange.
I almost bought the Hellfire Club Man.
That's it, Hellfire Club Man. Yeah.
Any affinity for Harry Potter? Will you buy any of these? Probably not.
Do you think they are the new show?
I think they're going to be based off the new show.
Then no, I am an original. I'm too traditional.
And if
I just watched Fantastic Beasts the other day for the first time. We're trying to watch all three of those.
Did you do the stage show at Epic Universe?
I did, and it was great.
It was cool. I just hate waiting for shows.
We didn't wait. We got the express pass. We spent $1 trillion. And I love waiting for shows, especially if they're good. Okay,
I forget Super 7 exists sometimes. But
do you?
Well, see, because they're going to announce something like this, and you're going to get excited.
And it'll be years.
No, it'll take forever. But then it's also going to be reaction figures. You'd like, if this is going to be Ultimates, okay, now we're talking. But I saw these two announcements today. We'll talk about Visionaries in a second. When it comes to Super 7 MTV, what would
the VJs?
What really? You think they do that?
I'm sitting there going, the 5 VJs were so popular. They were superstars at the time. Everybody, wanted to date Martha Quinn, and everybody wanted to be what's his face, the blonde. But there were 5 original. I mean, her name?
I mean, if they're going, I think the most obvious, Mondo just released Beavis and Butthead. I can see them doing their version of Beavis and Butthead, Daria.
Okay, so you're right. They could be going on further. I'm thinking of my era. But yes, when they started making their own cartoons, they could very well be doing that. I think it'd be great if they made Martha Quinn.
I mean, Carson Daly was my guy with TRL, but
oh yeah. Oh my god.
I wouldn't want necessarily MTV. I want more ultimate musicians, like give us Blink-182 or Green Day. So I'd be curious to see what they do here.
I bet their animation though.
But Visionaries, I know you know a lot more about these than I do. So if they are not reaction figures and they are Ultimates, would you be interested?
If they're reaction figures, they can go down the toilet. And Gades Toys probably has something to say about it for sure. But I know, like they do in Classified, they'll make the females, which there was a great female hero and one villain. And they were, again, a cartoon that I was like, why am I so old? So I'd watch it because I loved the animation in that show was phenomenal. and I loved its lore and its look. And they were 3 3/4. They look like the original GI Joes. They had that O-ring design, but they also had holograms. And who the frick didn't love holograms, right? And so I hope they do something new with it, like they did with the Thundercats. But we'll see.
Gators
Because
Toy says, I imagine Visionaries will be Reaction Plus. So I'm assuming that's on that new O-ring body that they're using.
Yeah, we'll see. Then it'll be like, why not just get the originals?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Nina
Nick
Blackwood,
Withcard.
Mark Goodman, Alan Hunter. They're all.
Yeah, I listen to Nina. I listen to all of them actually, but whenever Nina comes online, I'm like, that woman needs to stop smoking. She is just, hi everybody, it's Nina Blackwood. Let me tell you about the music. She is. I love her though. I do listen to them on Sirius, so it's great. Thank you,
man.
Sir.
Give me some of the real world first casts that were a hot mess.
That was some reality shit. That would be good.
Give me some of those guys.
Anyway, I do hope Visionaries is done better than reaction crap.
Yeah,
I'd get some. I would get them because I didn't as a kid.
And someone
Turtles. Surprise!
Someone mentioned the support. This I saw this announced on my way home from work.
We have to get to our top 5.
I know. So mixed feelings about this. I'll get through it quickly, but Ninja Turtles is a slut. They slut themselves out to every company. I really hope just NECA finishes the cartoon line of figures that we don't have before Mattel, jacks up the licensing agreement, whatever they do. Whatever new line there, I can't buy more Turtles. I'm sticking to the cartoon line. The movie line's pretty much cooked, so I think I got everything I have, but now it's going over. It's been with Playmates since the inception, and I can't handle it. But I'm excited to see what they do. Mattel's getting some big brands with Turtles and DC, so pretty excited.
No, I know you'd be. There's so much Turtle stuff. I don't know how you control yourself.
Well, there's not the last year. There's been almost nothing, which has been good for my wallet.
Overall, that's good. Thank God. Oh, dear Lord Almighty, you and AI. You have just put my face. You have allowed AI to now own my face. I'm suing you. I think that's my face. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
I don't mind being the Hamburglar, though. I'll tell you that.
I hate doing it. But
you look great. You honestly look. You look like Ronald.
Can't tell it's me.
That's killing me.
Let's see. I did want to read a comment that I saved from Spade once. Let me find that. We are going to get into our top 5 fast food promotions. And why are we doing this? It seems random, but changeables are out, and Victor was telling me to go buy them. But if I eat any more McDonald's, I'm going to die.
I keep telling him though, you can just go in and buy the toy. You can.
I swear, the last time they told me no. There can be only one answer to the best fast food promotion: that McDonald's Power Rangers, the movies figures. Close second is Flintstones with the glasses.
Well, Spaded one that came out so late for me. There was that original Happy Meal toy, which
I did not. I love the Power Rangers one, but it's not on my list. I had to skip it.
No, that's a surprise.
We're gonna get started, and we only picked 5 because we don't want you all here all night. But we'll start with you.
Well, the changeables are out. I came to work the other day, and my assistant left me a changeable on my desk, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" So I opened it up, and it was a wrapped hamburger. So it wasn't a hamburger unwrapped; it was a paper wrapped hamburger. It looked really cool. So I open it, transform it, and it's a pterodactyl. So I kind of went. First, I went, what the hell is it? And I was like, oh, it's okay. It's a pterodactyl. I don't want a pterodactyl. I want food that becomes a robot, like the first changeables from 1987. So you're looking at some of these here. And as you look at them, one of my favorites was the hot cakes and sausage. Do you see it down on the left? That was my absolute one of my favorite. And all these guys they came into robots. And since I was a huge Transformer fan, it was 1987. And I bought them all for my locker. That's cool.
I own all of these.
Yes, I do. I didn't go all out. I've never been a completist, but I'm not surprised.
Because you made me buy them.
We were at a convention and I was like, ooh, here's some more. You should get those.
And I think you were putting them down because you're like, I'm not going to buy them. I was like, man, but I want them. So I bought them all.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm not going to collect these. But honestly, looking at the ice cream, I love the sausage, the Egg McMuffin. God, look at these toys and look at their little crazy faces.
I was trying to find. I know they're in my little footrest. I was trying to find them, but
now I think they came out 3 times: 87, 91, and then something else. So I think they came out 3 times.
They're not easily in a spot where I can grab them. Otherwise, I would. But
get a load of this, people. Though they're not even the food now; they are the menu screen that you order from. That's one of the things that transforms. They got some stupid crap.
The Halloween bucket's cool.
Oh, that I thought was really nice. Yeah,
that's a cool one. Okay, yeah, I think these are
that's one of my favorites. The original 87 changeables.
These could totally go with your Transformers collection.
They could be eating them. They're huge.
All right,
the Wendy's Kids Club.
The what?
Burger King Kids Club?
The Burger King Kids Club. What are you talking about? Wendy's Kids Club.
I was close.
Wendy's had the shittiest toys. They might have had like 1 or 2 good ones, but
sure, but not usual.
I put the original ones on here. There was more that came out in the line, but then every couple of years, they at least once a year they would do Burger King Kids Club inspired Burger King toys. So the one on the left, his name is Kidvid. We have the same hair. And then on the right,
see what I mean? 90s.
On the right is Jaws. Man, they were really insensitive when they named these people. The kid in the wheelchair, his name is Wheels.
Of course. Well, though, it made us embrace diversity in a different way.
I don't know.
But look at the kid with glasses named IQ. That is racist.
Nerd. Well, thank God they didn't call Jaws something else. So
I know. Thank you.
But they did Trolls versions. They did glow in the dark versions. They did sports versions. They did outer space versions. These were just super fun. I might go back and buy that original Kid vid because I loved them. I don't know if the Burger King Kids Club was around when you were a kid.
I remember it appearing. Like I remember when it actually debuted. So McDonald's debuted in 1979, I think 79, but they waited until it had to be 84 or something.
Okay, you got a calendar for all year, and on your birthday you got to eat for free, which was dope. That was pretty fun. But yeah, the Burger King's Kids Club just like went away.
I do like toys that were of the characters. Those are fun. I didn't pick any on mine, but I did like that.
And the good, like these were 5 points of articulate. These were in line with normal action figures. So these were they can fit in your display. Like you can play with these with your other action figures, and they wouldn't look like Happy Meal toys or fast food toys. So
I gotta jump in with something here. Some backlog here. Super 7 making MTV. Downtown Julie Brown. See, another great MTV celebrity. So that would have been a good one.
DJ.
Then we jump right into, I'd be Grimace. Well, if I kept eating at McDonald's, I'd be Grimace for sure.
I almost made you Birdie, but I decided not to.
Thank you. I don't want to be Birdie the early bird. Oh, this is so awesome. There's so much history to this. I want to know if anybody remembers. Very few of you probably were around, but the first Happy Meal was no IP. The second one was made with Star Trek, the motion picture. So the very first Star Trek, the motion picture, 1979, Happy Meal came out with that IP. Now, this is before they really made toys. They still were making activities. So there was a board game. There was a fake communicator that you slipped in different images on it. So there were very few things. I think there was a holographic sticker and maybe a button. But it was what was on the box at the time. So many images of the movie, so many games, trivia, and Klingons. You got to see talk about spoiler. You saw what the Klingons looked like in the movie on the Happy Meal box before the movie came out, which was odd because in the old TV show, they didn't look the same. So it was interesting at the time.
Wubba.
So that's one of my favorites. I actually had the box up until 2013.
What happened to it?
It actually belonged to someone else, and I was holding it for them, so I gave it back.
I'm like, oh no, I lost it.
Yeah, I know.
Kitty's Toys. I worked at McDonald's during the Hercules Toys dishes and stole them all.
I would have done the same thing. I remember I had those plastic dishes of Meg and Pegasus, I think. Yeah, I had those.
Frosty
So
Frights. Those are from when, but those are recent, right?
I think so, but I don't know if they made them before, but they did recently make them. Are they Transformers as well, right?
I don't think
What
so.
were the They were Frosties, but what they just weren't a Frosty. Were they something else?
They just
Make me
kind of look like
hard.
Crayola. They look like Crayola crayon people.
Okay.
They just had like
Mitch,
little
did they do
arms.
anything? Were they just Frosties of different flavor? Let me know.
I think they were just Halloween themed. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They were Halloween.
All
All
right.
right, so
So
here's you. This is 95, I'm guessing. Is this original?
another Burger King promotion. These were fun for many reasons. So this was a full-on promotional assault. They had the toys that you see on the left. So you had Green Army Men, which were like better than actual Green Army Men. They were like high quality Green Army Men.
Oh yeah.
You had a little miniature RC. You had a wind up Potato Head, and then you had a Rex where if you pushed him down, he like rolled. He had wheels. He rolled. Woody was an actual doll. He was small.
Ragdoll, yeah.
And then Buzz was awesome because you can put his wings down, hit his little red button, and they would pop up. I remember this came out around Christmas time because my favorite thing to do was take Buzz and throw him into the tree before we started decorating it. So those are just the toys. Then they made bigger dolls of Woody, Buzz, and RC. There was really no good picture I could put on here, but they were deluxe toys. And I remember we lived around the block from Burger King, so it was like our home.
That was your
And
go-to.
then you walk around the block, and you can go to Burger King. And I probably shouldn't have been walking alone, but I guess I was 95, like 8 years old. I
95, you were still good.
I don't know if I rounded up some quarters or dollars or whatever, but I bought these and my mom got super mad because she was like, that was her plan for like, it was going to be one of my Christmas gifts. So she got super pissed off at me.
I've done that before. My mom was so mad.
So those were the deluxe figures, and you can recreate the scene from the end of the movie when they're on RC. Behind them were 4 or 5 stickers that came with a poster, and then you had to peel them off the sticker and put them on the poster in the exact perfect position, which my mom also got pissed off at me because I put them on like shit. But it was just a cool promotion. Everything was so much fun about this line. They were good toys to play with, like if you had like not the fast food version of the toys. They were still just good toys on their own right. So
this is 1995. How old are you then?
8.
So I am already working for the Mouse and doing shows on stage. And I remember this coming out. It was a big deal. Loved it, but I was so far from like wanting to get any of this. But I can understand why.
Like when you were working there, did y'all know like this is going to be huge?
No, I don't think so. It was their first, and it still had some early look to it when you look back on it. So I think we were all like, "Oh, this is gonna be nice. This can be fun. Wow, okay."
And that was actually the first
saying who was Pixar.
It was the first time that we visited Walt Disney World, and I remember I met Woody and Buzz behind Muppets Theater.
You got a Woody and a Buzz? That's cool.
At the same time. At the same time.
Ooh, nice. So I think this is 85. So this is great. It's the only they did do later. They've done a Transformers one, but this was kind of cooler because they sort of looked like the original action figures. You can see the different Transformer action figures at the time. So the action figures came out in 84. So this is 85. Great Happy Meal tie-in. They were named characters. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that could be Wind Charger. Maybe it could be that guy. See?
So they didn't make original characters for the Happy Meal?
No, they had. So this guy, I think, is the one next to Bumblebee on the box. And so they had, it looks like Brawn, Cliff Jumper, Bumblebee, and Wind Charger. So, it wasn't like a rush to get, but it was still cool that Happy Meals were making toys. They didn't do that a lot. Remember in the early days, there's a lot more games, a lot more little cheap shit you'd find at a fair.
Quentin just looked through his G.I. Joe figs, and he does have the 1993 Ninja Force Zartan, the best Zartan ever.
The best.
Mins with Card says they come out around the Frosty Frights. They come out around
Frosty Frights.
Did they always come out around Halloween, or is it a fairly new thing?
I'm pretty sure it's been done twice.
Gady's Toy says most of these characters were killed in the movie. Is that true?
Bumblebee did survive. Cliff Jumper survived. Braun, no, the others are probably dead. Yes. I remember very well who died because I cried during Transformers. So
I have to go back and watch it. It's a really long time.
you have to be that age and care.
Okay, they've released
Okay,
the Frosty Fridays twice so far.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, I saw them recently, but I was like, that wasn't the first time.
All right, this is your number 3. My number 3. So, Spaded Mystery did mention the Flintstones promotion.
Now, did they come with it or did you have to buy separate? What was it like? What was that?
So, there were 2 separate things. The toys, which were fantastic.
I love those. I love those more.
Little play sets, and they came out with, you can make your own little bedrock, but they came out with the quintessential piece, which is the Flintstones home, which came with Velma. No, yep, Velma. Wilma.
This isn't Scooby-Doo.
In the classic, Flintstones car. But then the only one I thought was like not the best was the one that came with Barney, which was, I think, a gas station, but it was still cool. Pebbles and Dino came on a tricycle, and their playset was Toys R Saurus instead of Toys R Us. Fred came in his new car with the bowling alley, and then I believe Bam Bam and Betty came with the Rock Donalds. So
Rock Donalds.
McDonald's was in the movie as Rock Donalds, and then
these were the movie verse. You can tell by the action figures. There's John Goodman. There's
and then for the adults in the movie, there was a line that Betty talks about bone china, and they actually released these glasses. So we had these 4. I don't have them anymore, but they were awesome, which we'll talk about something similar later. But an all-around promotion. I love when they do a promotion that is good for the kids, good for the adults. So it definitely drove more people to McDonald's. I'm sure they don't do things like this anymore.
We had the top mug. I remember it very, very clearly. Now, again, having such a huge family with so many nieces, nephews too, I don't know how we got it, but we had that mug, and it was great for like certain drinks. It was cool looking, but we only had the one. It was in our house. I remember using it. Hey
kids, want a Rosie O'Donnell Happy Meal? Rosie O'Donnell at that time was like everywhere.
She was everywhere.
I mean, I think she had a doll from her show.
Oh, I'm not mistaken. Freaky, fugly doll.
Bumblebee died in the end of season 4, but came back as Goldbug.
Yeah, like a soap opera. He kind of didn't. I mean, he died, but he's reborn with a terrible, boring name.
Goldbug. All right, your number 2.
I was a huge fan of Playmobil. I think we've talked about this on another show, Thomas, where Playmobil was huge to me. It was kind of this, like my Adventure People by Fisher Price. They could be any man, any woman. So I really liked that. I collected them a lot, and I really liked the Western sets. I had a whole Wells Fargo stagecoach set. Born in the early 70s, this was still kind of important to me. So the Playmobil toys, when they came out twice, but this was the first one in 82, and it was great. And the Happy Meal box became kind of the Western town. So I really liked collecting because I already had a big kind of Playmobil collection at home to play with. So these guys just added to it. So I loved it. I still think Playmobil is a really cool, underrated toy.
And it basically came with a figure that it wasn't like a fast food toy. It was an actual Playmobil toy that you would get in a real store.
Correct. That was what was also nice and unique. Unlike the Transformers, you got a full-blown Playmobil toy with the horse. Like that girl came with her some umbrella and her suitcase. And so, yeah, it was pretty neat.
Had these Playmobil Esso gas station.
They did a lot of crossovers, but it's a great line, and they still make toys today.
And now they're doing a lot of like licensed stuff. So like I know the Back to the Future set is pretty cool.
Yes, I was tempted because I don't have anything representing that. And you know that my toy shelf represents all my favorite franchises. Now this was a unique franchise, but look at that, Create Your Own Frontier Settlement. I was all in. I don't know why. I liked Zorro and freaking, the Lone Ranger too. So I was still a kind of a Western kid, which is odd.
Do they still sell these in the Germany gift shop at Epcot?
They do.
That's cool. Number 2. My number 2 is,
of course, and I didn't want to pick it, although I liked them, but these are yours.
and they've come out with many versions since, but this original Halloween McBuddy's line will always be my favorite. And then the Frankie Nugget, I can't talk about him enough, but he is my favorite nugget of all the nugs. They come out every year. They go on my little McDonald's playset that I got. They came out with newer ones a couple years ago.
Halloween, but they did before Halloween. They had their I think 1988 or 89. They came out with the first ones, right?
I think sports.
Okay.
They were like in the gym and stuff. But yeah, I have all the 2 Halloween series, and then for some reason they came out with a weird artist inspired version a couple years ago. I have them all. I haven't seen anything about the artist since, so it's kind of a weird tie-in, but I did get them all. So expanded universe, expanded nugget.
Yeah, they are. There's a multiverse of McNuggets.
They brought them back recently, but the newer ones were there were some cool ones, but then other ones were just weirdo designs.
Mint, you are just not whistling Dixie there, because the things that come out with now, they seem to be like of the old.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2, we have some honorable mentions before we get on.
Yes, honorable mentions. What was my honorable mention? Oh yeah. Only because I was a freak over ET. I loved it. I was this very similar to the Age of Elliot, and I bawled in that movie. I mean, I didn't let anyone see me because I couldn't let anyone see me cry, but I cried, and my mother would buy me all these little PVC characters, but the Happy Meal didn't have a toy.
So it's just a poster?
Posters. And so it was an honorable mention because I loved DT, and the box was great. Had all kinds of, each box was kind of a different adventure, and then there was a poster that went with it.
So much fun.
Posters aren't even that great.
What every kid wants to play with. I missed this comment, but funny. Toys R Saurus, just like the real Canadian TRU, soon to be
Oh yeah,
let's say
agree. I know.
We still got a nice one in Jersey. When I fly to New York, I pop up to that one. It's a cool one. My brother told me E.T. ate Drew Barrymore Freddy style, so I refused to watch it.
Until recently. Wow, it took you a long time to get over that trauma.
Welcome
Drew
to
Barrymore has a show. Well, I guess the character could have been dead.
I just want E.T. saying, "Welcome to primetime, bitch."
Then shove your face. My honorable mention.
Someone did. I think someone did. Maybe someone mentioned these in the comments before, but this is your second honorable mention.
It is because at this point, Garfield was ginormous. We had so many of those. They were long, they were colorful, they were like all of his strips into books. So there were these paperback bound books of all of his strips, and they were great bathroom reads. And but anyway, Garfield was huge. He was in everything. I Hate Monday, Lasagna. It was so damn popular. He actually came out with glasses as well at McDonald's, but that was the first time they noticed that the paint was poisonous, so they stopped him. But the toys were great.
Put this poison on your face, kids.
Yep, lick it up. So that's my other honorable mention.
All right. I have 2 honorable mentions, and
of course.
It's an honorable mention because after the release of Batman Returns, parents lost their shit because they said it was too violent for kids. So McDonald's did not want to risk another fiasco of selling toys and then having parents get pissed off. So they didn't make toys, even though this movie was meant to be more kid friendly, more
comic book,
right? But the promotion for this beautiful artwork on the fry boxes, just the soda cups. But I do have all of these glasses, unlike the Flintstone.
Oh my goodness. You broke all your Flintstone ones, but you got your Batman forever.
Oh no, wrong one. I have all of these. I pulled down my favorite, which was Robin. Robin is my favorite DC character.
Nice.
But these are not my original ones. I had to buy these as an adult. But
were the nipples in this one? Did they have the nipple costumes yet?
They do, but the nipples did not make the glass.
Did not make the glass. Okay, just checking.
They're not. But yeah, I have all 4 of these. They're actually on my Batman movie shelf, so they're in a spot in my room all the time. But I mean, the artwork on the food packaging was so amazing.
Yes,
like that weird 90s, that 90s airbrush. It was just so cool. Mighty Max needs a movie and 3 or 6 inch thick. Yep, I agree. I agree.
He's all, yeah. Thomas
I
is a
talk
huge Mighty Max fan.
I talk about Mighty Max in my last video. So um yeah, why isn't Gady's Toys? God, Robin's codpiece right up on the front.
You know, we were talking about wetsuits crotch. There's Robin.
God, yeah, there's definitely crotch close-ups and nipple close-ups. Good old Joe Schumacher. Well, we're gonna
This is
take
an honorable mention though. So what was your next honorable mention?
next honorable mention
are
the Disney VHS Masterpiece Collection. They went super deep with this character selection. I mean,
great.
Elliot the Dragon. This was all a promotion to promote VHS sales of a lot of movies that were not sold before. I think this was the first time that Snow White was sold on VHS around the same time.
Masterpiece Collection. It was a whole VHS collection they were releasing, which was pretty remarkable.
Right. Because I think before that was it just called the Classic Collection because the logo was just a black diamond. But just these are great, even if you just wanted to keep them in the box because you can put them all on your shelf like the old VHS. These were cool. Not they're in the honorable mention. I wouldn't say top 5, but they are cool. They were just good figures overall.
So I was a salary leader at the Mouse House, and we would go get these on lunch break. We'd buy only them. But, you know, as he mentions about those boxes, Gady Toys, they were exactly like the old VHS, which had that, you know, white, I wouldn't go foam, but whatever they're called. They were plastic. It was great. They were this is marketing, man. This was good.
You know what these VHS boxes did to me, did to my psyche? It always reinforced at the time, because if you just got a videotape in the cardboard slipcover, these cases, like even as a kid, I was like, "Ooh, this is like special. This is
because it was packaged unlike others.
It's quality. Like you just knew. So anything that came in that box, I associated with like this is quality, even though it wasn't always
the game of VHS, even if they were their worst movies.
Yeah. You know, even though it wasn't the case, but anyways, those were my second honorable mention. Going to your number 1 before we wrap this thing up.
So Gady's Toys would be so happy because I put these in there because for some reason, I watched Muppet Babies on Saturday morning and I just thought it was hysterical. I love the fact that the Beaver, Mrs. Cleaver, was the voice of Nanny in that cartoon, Barbara Billingsley. Plus, these were all wheelie things. They sped around, and the characters were just cute and funny. And the cartoon was great because it sampled live action movies like Indiana Jones. So there was something about these that I think hit everybody from different age groups. So I got them. I went and bought them. Don't know if I ate the food or not. I just remember getting them all and I had them on my desk.
We watched the hell out of Muppet Babies. I loved it.
It was funny. It was funny.
Whatchamacallit? I think, did you watch the latest episode, the newest episode, The Muppet Show?
I did.
What'd you think?
So I feel horrible being against everybody, and I liked it. But it wasn't funny. Like the jokes weren't funny. The jokes were very transient. Like maybe I was like, smile. And I wanted to laugh. Like I wanted a little edgier, but I guess they're not going for that. I thought it was great. They did a good job reminiscing. It looked like the old show. Love that. It was beautiful. But at the same time, I just didn't laugh out loud once.
Man, there were some innuendos from Sabrina Carpenter. I thought you would. Maybe you go back and watch.
I did like those. But again, when they try and tell jokes, they just, I mean, I like that. I can kind of go, ooh, that's good. But the jokes of the characters, they weren't funny. So I was like, okay.
And then Sabrina said the word kink. So
I love that.
I used to have the Kermit baby with the skateboard.
He might have been my favorite, actually, Kermit on the skateboard.
We couldn't find Gonzo, and Mother drove to other towns to yell at Mickey D's employees, track them down.
I want Gonzo.
And what movie were the Muppet Babies from? Was it Muppets Take Manhattan?
Yes. So it's that sequence where Kermit and Piggy are talking, and she says, wouldn't it be nice if we met when we were little babies? And they have that dream sequence. That is actually my favorite of the 3 original Muppet movies. And fun fact, I sang in my wedding, my vows were the song sung at the wedding at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
And Piggy sang. So I use those as my vows, sang them, and it was great. I loved it. I've always wanted to use that song, and I did.
That's awesome. All right, that was your number one. Good number
Yep,
one.
and drum roll.
Mine.
Hot Wheels.
When the Hot Wheels Barbie promotion was at McDonald's,
They were
we
doing
knew it was time for summer. This kicked off summer every year from the first year we collected them all the way till the year that we didn't. But we would go McDonald's to McDonald's, making sure that we got every piece. My mother would get all the Barbies, and I still remember I would look at all the Barbies and like I think Malibu one is on the left in the corner, but I just have this vision ingrained in my memory of the Barbies, the cars, but it just brings me back to the beginning of summer. That was the start of summer. The promotion went all summer. So it was just really fun to like reminisce about that. And we didn't really like car toys, but Hot Wheels were fun because again, 90s neon, everything. But yeah, this is the number one. This was the one that came out every summer so that you had something to look forward to. They made the cars kind of bigger and better each year. So I'll put these as my number one.
I like your number one. As a matter of fact, I think this is the first time McDonald's did a very distinct, was the Barbie Hot Wheels, was there distinct two separate ones at the same time? And I thought that
Yeah, it said choose Hot Wheels or Barbie. So we
Right.
would go and we would choose both because my mom was diehard about
collecting
collecting.
Barbie.
She collected all of them. Like if we
Look
were
at
going to
that.
get a
There's
car,
one Ken though. What's he ever going to do?
yeah, I think there was oh yeah, good for Ken, right? Mac. This was every gay kid's chance to finally get a Barbie.
Absolutely, because you could be like, sure, I'll do Barbie Happy Meal. I do like the one on the left, number one. She's on, I guess, she's on a exercise bike.
The one, if you look look where the red, all the way on the left, where the red car is, there's the Barbie that is in the front with the bathing suit. That's the one that like I just have. That is like my vision of Barbie. I love that one.
Wow. Okay, and she's pretty tan. Actually,
Yeah.
they all look like Hispanic.
All right, that's our list.
That was cool. That was fun because they didn't come out till 1979, but they've been a mainstay ever since. They don't really make great ones anymore, and then other places don't even do toys often. Obviously, we know that they make the Frosties, but so yeah, they're not as often. Kids aren't going for toys anymore. They try to hit the nostalgia button, and we run out and get them. What do you do?
The cool one that they did was they did like McDonald's items recently, so I got the little tray with the nuggets.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. Nice. But hey, folks, I'm glad the slideshow came up because this would have been a very boring
recovery.
Yeah, it would have been a very boring live stream. But for those of you that joined, thank you. If you can go ahead before we leave, subscribe to Victor and myself. If you could go ahead and hit like, I'd appreciate it. And we'll catch you next Tuesday, every Tuesday at 7 p.m., even though we missed a week. But yeah, hope to catch you next time. So Victor, why don't you close us out?
Thanks, guys. Hope you'll watch my show this week for Valentine's Day. I'm doing the sexiest 80s TV couples. You might know who they all are, but I'm sure I'll surprise you. So come watch at the Gen Experience.
And I'm working on my next episode, which is going to be, it's like 35 best vintage TMNT items that are not action figures. So I'm trying not to make it an hour long. So until then, we'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Quentin. Thanks, everybody who's Gatees. Thanks, guys.
Bye.